with the porn, it works against you. Like Pablo's dog, you can only get it up when you see the porn on the screen, and your girlfriend's sitting there naked, and you're like, nothing. She might, there's nothing she could do. It's just no effect. And you have to put the video like behind her head, and then it'll work. But and the problem too is like with the 18-year-old thing, your 30-year-old, 40-year-old wife, she's getting nothing. That's why I said girls are the most sexually frustrated beings on the planet because they're not having sex. Because their man can't. He can't have sex. That's what the devil did to you. Turned off the man's dick. Turned it off. Don't work. And the more you see those 18-year-old videos, you can't turn it on to a 30-year-old or something. It just don't work, Like when you see the 18-year-old girl with the 30, 40-year-old woman and the man, you like, to the 40-year-old woman, you're like, get out of the scene. Get out of the way. I want the 18-year-old girl, And in real life, that's how it is, And what the 40-year-old girl does now is she'll go for the gangbangs. She'll go for the three-way. She'll go for those things because she's trying to turn on a man, and she's trying to get laid herself, and she can't. And if she's going to be a bitch and not go for any of those things, he's going to go for the babysitter, and it's really a quagmire. It's really a difficult situation. And I really feel for these women, and I don't think this way. I really don't. I think you can tell that. I find it appalling. Look, I haven't had sex with a woman in 25 years. You can't blame me for looking at porn. And I've been busy. And now that you know what I've done and my success, you would have to say it was worth it. I freed you. I gave you the world. It wasn't worth it. I should have been at the brothel making business. And the reason they didn't get me, I'm on Social Security. I get $1,000 a month. They can't blackmail me. What are you gonna do? There's no blackmail money. And I wouldn't do what my brother did. I wouldn't blackmail my mother. So it's just, and I put a video on Twitter of me blowing a guy. And the only reason I put it on there was so they couldn't, it was to send a message that, well, we can't blackmail him. He just put his own video up of him blowing a guy. So we can't, what are we going to blackmail him for now? You're going to say we're going to charge you for that? That don't work. It don't work. And I used to go on those dating apps and stuff. And when you would get somebody that was questionable as far as young, and they would solicit you, they're trying to get you, they're trying to blackmail you. And they try to get you on the phone. And they're taping the phone conversation when you're on the phone. And they want to hear things like, oh, you want to have sex? And, oh, you're 17? I don't care. Or you're 16? I don't care. Let's meet at a motel or something like that. And the minute you say anything like that, they turn the table. They quickly go to, oh, I'm underage. And they get their father on the phone. And they get this father on the phone and says, you just solicited a minor. And I got you on tape. And we're going to take your mortgage. And we're going to take your car. And believe me, that's what they're doing on those apps, And when you go for those people that are generous and you pay for sex, don't be surprised if you're not being filmed in some way. Cameras today are the size of a pin. Yeah, they have it on the pen. They can get you any way they want. And if you open those doors, and you see with my brother, he's an Oxycontin addict. So he hangs out with all those people, and he probably owed them money, or they hooked him up with a girl, a young underage-looking girl, or an underage girl, and they filmed it and they got him. And the black guys, they don't care about the white guys, and they know mom's got money because he talks to them. He runs his friggin' mouth. So that's what they're after, and they got it. So, look, it's all a racket. It's all a racket. The scams aren't Nigerian scams anymore. The Nigerians are here, and they're doing it here. And it's not Nigerians, it's the mob. They're in on it big time. They know the story. And when it comes to sex and gambling, that's right up their alley. They love that. You know, they love it more than drugs. Drugs are problematic, and people die on drugs. People don't die from sex and gambling. So, you know, it's very rare a loan shark will kill you. They can't get the money if they kill you, but they'll torture you, and that's what they do.